Hey everyone. Today we have the Hot Toys Spider-Man No Way Home Spider-Man uh, battling version. I'm actually not, I don't know what the MP stands for. Um, but yeah, this is the Spider-Man from the scene in No Way Home where he's fighting Doctor Strange, pretty much. So he's in the red and black upgrade suit that he got in Far From Home, or at least the No Way Home version of that suit. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for this one. This one's probably gonna stick around in the collection for a while, at least until I can get my hands on either the Final Swing new red and blue suit from No Way Home or the whatever they make for Brand New Day. So I guess we'll see. But yeah, let's crack it open and see what we got. And here we have it out of the shipping box and plastic packaging. And as you can see, that MP stood for Movie Promo Edition. This one was released right around the same time as the movie was, so it wasn't like most Hot Toys where they release, a couple of years after the movie they are adapting, or at least a couple of months. This one was released pretty much in tandem as a promo. So yeah, this is some pretty decent box art. Got Spider-Man coming through a portal with a Green Goblin bomb, Doc Ock tentacles. That there's some texturing here, and then it's smooth up in here. Got some more of that texturing. The electro zaps. And then you got this. Comes off to reveal. Wow. To reveal the figure inside. And as you can see, we got some hands in the box there. Little web shooty attachments, web lines, and Spidey himself, his phone, and some interchangeable lenses. Spidey's got some gruff on him, as you can see, hence the battling version. So let's get this guy out, and we'll see what we got. Alright, and here's Spidey as he comes, fresh out of the box, straight up and down, no posing, no extra accessories or swap outs. And I gotta say, this dude is very satisfying to hold. He's got some heft to him, not quite as heavy as some other Hot Toys, but I mean, it's a smaller frame, it's a Spider-Man, he's not going to be a heavy-duty type guy, but the texturing on the suit is great. You can see that in the red and the black, and the disparity of materials between the red and the black is nice. The head has that cloth on it sewn in, not plastic like a lot of the Spider-Man figures are. And probably the best thing about him is that click. I love that. And also, this feels like probably the most resilient suit on a Spider-Man Hot Toys that I have experienced, at least. Granted, that's not a lot. This is my fourth Hot Toys Spider-Man. The prior three being the original black suit from Spider-Man 3, and then the anti-Ox suit from Spider-Man PS4, which, great figure, but that suit was nerve-wracking to pose. And then the third being this guy here, the red and black Peter Parker from Spider-Man 2. Shameless plug, he is also on my Mercari shop. Link will be in the description below. But this one, I mean, I feel like I could pose up a storm with him and leave him posed, and the suit will be fine. This is the least nervous I've been handling a Hot Toys in a while, so that's nice. But without further ado, let's get into the accessories, see what he comes with. Alright, so here we go. On this side we have all our hands, right? We got a pair of fisted hands, like every superhero action figure should. We got we have a web swinging hand. That's weird. Alrighty, that is strange. I could have sworn there would have been more than one. Alright, whatever. We have a cell phone holding hand here. Oh, that's nice. The web shooting mechanism. I didn't notice that before. So that's fun. We got piece. Of course, you get the bumpy texture on the red, just like on the suit over here. It's a little more prominent on the fingers, but they're molded on the fingers, and the fingers are a lot smaller. And then we got our pair of whipping hands, which is obviously a must for a Spider-Man action figure. And then we got wall crawling hands, also a must. If you don't have these, what are you doing? And then over here we got this web attachment for attaching to buildings and whatnot. We got various web slinging accessories, like this one. You put in the hand over here. There might actually be more web slinging hands somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised, because that would be weird to just have the one. Let's see, we got some swinging webs here, some shooting webs here. Yeah. We got the, right here. This little piece here, it's a swap out palm, and you plug the shooting web right there. Or no, right here. And that simulates web shooting, or spinning, whatever you want to call it. And we'll get into what that looks like a little later when we get everything out of the box and start posing and whatnot. We have the magic box containing the spell that brought everybody to our Earth, or the Earth of the film anyway. And this tape. Sorry guys, that was probably noisy on your end. That looks nice, some nice detailing in there. I like the green. Looks good. And we got some various interchangeable lenses, some kind of more relaxed ones, some squinty ones, some extra squinty ones, and closed ones, like in for the Spidey Sense scene in Far From Home. We have the phone. That'll focus. Hold on. Very thin, very light. Maybe on the desk, perhaps. Turn a little flash off, that might work. Or not, maybe not. I don't know. This does not want to zoom in and focus. Oh, there we go. PP on my way, 2 minutes. MJ, don't text and swing. The little crack down here. So really digging that. And then, last but not least, we have the semi-masked Peter Parker head. No rolling eyeballs. I guess this was before that was really widely implemented. Something of note, the mask is molded, and it does not have that raised bumpy texture on it, like the sewn suit does, or like the molded fingers do. But it's kind of printed on there, as you can see. But the Tom Holland face, like that, yeah, that's Tom. That's 100% Tom. That looks great. I may or may not have him with that texting or something. We'll see. So that's this set of accessories. Now let's get to what I would consider the pièce de résistance of this whole thing. That being this building diorama base. And it's got some damage to it. It's actually kind of smooth in terms of sculpt and paint, but it still looks pretty good, I think. And you got the scorching there and the cracks. Down here is where you put the flight stand that we'll see more of when we get into the posing. This thing has some heft to it, too. This is what I was most excited for upon getting this figure, was the ability to pose him on this bad boy. And it's at this kind of slant, so it's kind of like a forced angles type thing, or kind of like the scene in question in the mirror dimension, which is pretty neat. So yeah, I'm super stoked to get Spidey on this thing and posed, and we will get into that right now. Oh, first, the instruction booklet, or sheet in this case, very important for any and all Hot Toys purchases. If you collect or buy Hot Toys, or you're thinking about collecting or buying Hot Toys, always look through this thing first before you do anything. It is always important, because these things are expensive and you do not want to damage them. And there he is on the flight stand with a shooting web whipping, and the spell box and everything. Flight stand plugs in down here, and then there's two pieces, so you can have them on a shorter one or a longer one, or you can screw one into the other for even more high-flying web-slinging action. I don't know why I said that. I thought it sounded cool in my head. It was less cool when it came out. I'm actually going to turn my flash off a little bit. Yeah, there you go. You can definitely see the grime on the suit there a little better, although it doesn't want to focus quite as well now. Love that. Gotta get me a better camera that's not my phone. But yeah, it's not super pronounced, so you can, it doesn't look like you went swimming in the Hudson or anything, but I gotta put that back on. There we go. But yeah, this thing looks pretty dope, I think. And if you want to do that so it looks more like it's coming straight out of the web shooter, that works too. I actually kind of like that better, to be honest. Yeah, we're gonna try a couple more poses. We're gonna get that that unmasked head on him, and then we'll probably wrap this one up. And there's the Peter head. Turns out the one swinging hand works pretty well for pulling a mask on and off, other than the gaping hole there, but it's fine. The phone fits perfectly in his hand, as I would hope it would. I will say the sculpted mask, like kind of half mask on the head, looks a little odd on the body, just because of the cloth costume being just very different looking. But when you have the hand up here, it's a little less jarring, because they look more like. But that looks great. I love that. Now we're gonna go for probably a swinging pose, and probably still keeping the phone, just to simulate that scene at the end of Far From Home. And here he is swinging. A leg kicked out there. Still texting and swinging. And then we'll do one more of just a typical web swinging, and we'll call it. And there we are. Got him way up there. Got the web swing in hand. Looks absolutely great. Really happy to finally have a Tom Holland Spider-Man. And it'll look wonderful next to my brown suit Wolverine. Hell yeah. Alright, everybody. Well, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment. Check out my Mercari shop if you're interested in not this figure, but some other ones. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. There'll be some more glam shots at the end. Have a good one.